Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast. Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Karen Rossell. Karen Rossell is the co-founder and managing director of the Applied Negative Emissions Center. Karen has a background with a Master of Science in Carbon Management from the University of Edinburgh and a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, the National Autonomous University of Mexico. She has experience in academia as a research fellow at the University of Edinburgh and research assistant at Center of Atmospheric Sciences in Mexico, developing research on climate change, smart cities, and negative emission technologies. She also has research experiences in nanotechnology, black carbon and aerosols, radioactive forcing, and physical chemistry modeling, carbon capture with MOFs, remote sensing and air quality, and environmental chemistry for engineering processes. Well, good afternoon, Karen. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brian. It's really exciting to be here.
Awesome. I appreciate you jumping on. And I know that we traversing many different time zones for you to get on, and you're hailing out of the great country of England or the UK. So I appreciate your time. So Karen, let's jump into some of the questions here so we can get your story out there. You have quite the career in research as an executive officer, research fellow, and now the co-founder and managing director of the Applied Negative Emissions Center. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Yes, thank you, Brian. I think that for me, the most important part of the whole career growth, even if it seems a little bit all over the place, it actually it actually is cohesive within the whole path, because my main passion is climate change. So I think that one of the main secrets for you to have a successful career is be passionate about what you do, because that always opens you so many opportunities. When someone is passionate about what they do, they tend to give the extra mile to make sure that everything is done in the best way possible. And I think that that makes a huge difference when, even now that I'm having my own company, even when in the recruitment part, when you actually find people that are really passionate about what you do and that they share the vision that you do, it makes a whole difference. And it makes things so much easier to also team up with people that share the same passion as you do.
Great. Thank you for sharing that. And you're absolutely right. I think it goes without saying, we've had so many guests on this show that it comes down to, I think, entrepreneurs' number one, thing that they say that they apply or is really work for them is passion. And so I appreciate the share on that. And so, Karen, let's talk a little bit about the pandemic, right? Hopefully it's wrapping up soon, but what are your plans going forward for your growth? And will it be any different than the last 14 months?
Yes, so I think that the past 14 months were a really good opportunity for introspection and actually understanding what are the important things for me, for my company, for even the world. I think that we got to know what actually matters. And for humanity, it was important to know that we actually can do some societal change as quick as possible if we actually need to. I think that in terms of my personal growth, I think that I will use the tools that I got throughout the pandemic that were more related to understanding leadership, understanding societal change. And actually, in terms of the company, things are going to be moving into different directions. We're going to be starting our path into the not-for-profit or not-governmental organizations area, so that we can actually have a more impactful sort of trajectory, trying to establish relationship with the highest number of stakeholders as possible, so that we can actually make the change that is needed. And yeah, I think that it's really exciting. We're actually in the process of recruiting new members of the team. And I think that our growth was quite expansive throughout the pandemic. And I hope that actually keeps on the same trajectory or even better.
Great. Thank you for sharing that. And I absolutely wish you the best on that as well. Obviously, the pandemic has given a lot of us challenges, not only in our personal life, but especially with our company and our businesses. So thank you for sharing. And Karen, you're obviously leveraging some new and emerging technologies within your tech stack based on your business, right? Is there anything you might be able to share with us today?
Yes, of course. Actually, the emerging technologies, the new technologies, that side of things is actually really exciting for me. And I think that is the core soul for our business. So we work with negative emission technologies or carbon removal solutions, which they are aimed for hard to abate emissions. So anything that is so difficult to mitigate that not even through traditional mitigation paths such as energy efficiency or behavioral change practices. Even when those are not good enough, then we actually use the technologies to try to support this transition for decarbonization. So we work with these technologies that are either nature-based or hybrid or engineering-based, and some of them are so interesting. You can have these carbon capture and utilization options, which are pretty much anything that you can create from the carbon that is being captured from the atmosphere. And so it just is so exciting, and it is a sector that is moving so fast. And I am really glad about it because we do need these technologies in order to actually achieve our net zero targets or our climate change targets from the Paris Agreement. So I don't know if there is anything else that could be interesting for the audience to know, but if not, I would recommend them giving a read onto the negative emission technologies and what carbon removal solutions are, because they are going to be in headlines in the next few years.
Great. I appreciate you sharing that. We do like to hear about the technology that's being applied in the various industries. So thanks again, Karen. And Karen, last question. Could you share something from your career experience that might be helpful for those looking to grow their career in technology or entrepreneurship?
Yes. So in terms of technology, I think that, the main advice would be keep up to date, because everything is moving so fast. And I think that happens in pretty much any sector related to technology. But personally, I would share that making sure that the technology advancements or even in entrepreneurship to aim for purpose. I think that when people have some purpose behind creating a specific technology or creating a specific business model, I think that that's when things shift. And I think that that's when everyone actually takes a look at what you're doing, and they are going to support you if they think that your mission is quite sincere and quite valuable for the whole society.
Great. Thank you, Karen, for sharing that. I think that's really important. And I appreciate you sharing your personal thoughts and insights to that. And I know it'll be helpful for somebody here in our audience. So, Karen,
thank you so much.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Me too, Brian. It was lovely. Thank you so much.
Bye for now.